Control is such a conundrum, I think, because when we go through loss, we're very aware of how disconcerting it is to lose control. Something that we thought we had and we didn't. Something we thought we were on top of and we weren't, and we have to let go of it. And I think it's good to let go of our control and our expectations and to embrace our loss and to include that loss into the part of the narrative of our lives. But the conundrum part of control, I think, is that we're also aware when we lose something that we're not as capable of adequately controlling the thing in the first place, right? We'd like to think that we could handle this, that we could take care of the situation, that we were capable of it. But there's part of the experience of loss for me is in realizing that I wasn't a sort of capable steward of the responsibilities that I did have, and so this idea of this myth of control was just that. It was something I wasn't capable of, and I wasn't able to convey. So even as we're grabbing on to try to hold on to more things as we've lost something, we're realizing, you know, maybe we shouldn't have been holding on that tight to begin with, which is why I think it's a conundrum. Conventional wisdom for a long time has been that there is a kind of undetermined, or some people have a determined amount of time for grief, that you're going to go through it and then at some point in time you're going to be done with it. And that was not my experience at all. It was much more chaotic and tumultuous than that. What the grief literature that's coming out now is commending is instead that we need to integrate our losses into our lives, which is interesting to me, fascinating to me, because I had a few friends who came to me after my son died, and they said, don't try to get over this, because you can't get over it and you don't want to get over it, which I agreed with completely. They said, instead you need to find a way to make this into part of the story of your life in a way that is integrated and whole, and so that you're not trying to get over it or get past it. You're always going to be sad, and you wouldn't want to get over it. It was interesting to me to see these two things come together, because these weren't friends who'd studied grief literature. They're not clinical psychologists or anything like that. They're just observant people who are paying attention to their experiences and turning that experience into wisdom and coming to the same conclusions as the grief literature is coming to now. That is, it's unhelpful for us to try to get over our losses. Instead, we need to try to integrate those things into our lives, into the story of our lives, so that we're not looking for some happy ending, because there really isn't a happy ending. We're looking to find a way to move forward without leaving anything behind.